What's going on, y'all? Slow week in the markets this past week, but still a profitable week. There were opportunities that were found, and there are more opportunities to come in the following week. So let's get into the charts and prepare for the week to come. Let's go. All right, guys, so we are on gold right now, and we are going to prepare for the week to come. Let's see how we are looking at things here. So we had talked about the week prior that we had hit an all-time high with gold, and we are still somewhat hovering around that area, all right, that all-time high area. Okay, so that is the ultimate area of resistance right there, that all-time high that is hit around that 2080 area. And we're going to go down to lower time frames so that we can look and identify more areas of support and resistance. Okay, so we've been on this uptrend for a while now. As you can see, if we were to draw a trend line, we've been on this uptrend for a while now. But now, as you can see, we are at this area where we could potentially break this trend line, and on a higher level time frame, we can start to see a downtrend starting to form once that trend line is broken. Okay, so that is something we need to watch out for. On lower time frames, this is definitely already going to look like a downtrend. All right, but on the higher time frame, if we start getting a downtrend, then we know that the market is going to be headed towards the downside for the foreseeable future. Okay, so we're going to look for more areas of support and resistance. I'm going to remove this trend line, and we know we're still on a solid uptrend, but we're going to look for more areas of support and resistance to see where we're at. Okay, so I'm just going to mark off these areas of support as well as areas of resistance, even areas that are support turned into resistance. Okay, all right, so this is where we are. So we are hovering over this area of support over here. Okay, we have a touch over here, and we have a touch right over here, and we are still hovering around this. What I do like is that we had a breakout from this area. If we zoom in here, we had a breakout, we retested this area, and now there is a potential that we can take off from this area for the buy side. So there is multiple opportunities here. From what I'm seeing, if we want to zoom in a little closer, look at this 30-minute, we have another area of resistance over here. So if we drag this area of resistance all the way across, what we are potentially looking at is if we break this structure over here, then we may start to have a clean range that we can take a buy for. Okay, personally, I'd be more comfortable taking the trade after it broke this area of resistance over here. All right, so there's not a lot of range to take a trade. It's not a huge range. You could still make money. Look, this is still about 50 pips, but it's not a huge range, especially if you don't get into it exactly once it breaks it. And I like to see a break and a retest, so maybe there's not enough room for me. But once we get out here, once we get past this area over here, okay, and we get our retest, this is plenty of room that we can ride this up to the next area of resistance over here. That makes a lot more sense to me. So I would set my alerts right over here to know when price is going to break this area, and then I can be alerted and I can be ready to take that trade. This entire range over here is about 150 pips, so plenty of room to make money on this trade opportunity over here. Okay, now if things break down for the downside, if things start to break down, then we still have this range on the downside, and there is plenty of room to get a solid trade over here. We have a 200 pip range over here, so definitely plenty of room. Even if we break down to the downside, we're gonna wait for that retest before we enter, of course. All right, so that's what I'm looking for with gold. I would set my alerts once we get past these areas over here of support. All right, so once we get past this area, wait for that retest, and then you can ride that trade to the downside. Right, let's move on. Let's go to UJ. All right, guys, with UJ now, all right, we're still around this area of resistance over here. We're heading back up to that area, so we need to watch out for that potential double top that may form, but also the whole range that it may fill up, and that can be a buy opportunity for us. We need to go down to lower time frames to be able to see the opportunity a bit clearer, but let's mark off certain areas of support and resistance that are clear to us. Okay, so we have ultimate resistance and ultimate support over here. We're going to go down to lower time frames. We have more areas of support down here. Okay, so what I'm seeing from where we are right now, Price has taken off for the upside. I like that we have broken this area of resistance over here. So that is good. What I would wait for is a retest back to this area before I jump into this buy. You don't want to just jump into the buy in the middle of the buy, okay? Especially when price has taken off for a while now. You want to wait for price to come and give you a retest back to this area, and once you get that retest back to this area, then that might be a good opportunity to take your buy, and you can ride that to the area of resistance, okay? So definitely a lot of pips here in this range, another 200 pip range over here. So this could be a golden opportunity for anyone who wants to take UJ, okay? Now, if we break down with this trade and fall back into the zone, okay, so let's say we break down, we fall back into the zone, and again, you want to wait for that little retest, and then you want to ride that down to the first area of resistance that you see here. So preferably right around here would be safe, okay? Not as big of a range, but still plenty of money. If you take the trade from up here to down here, you still got over 100 pips that could be made for UJ. Okay, so depending on how it opens and how it's starting to form, you want to watch out for those opportunities. There's definitely opportunities both ways when we look at UJ. All right, let's look at US30. All right, with US30, guys, so now we're on the daily over here. So with US30, guys, we are on this downtrend. We look like we may be getting ready for a free fall, but we're gonna see how things are looking as we go down to lower time frames. So we still are at this area of support over here, and price needs to break this support in order for this free fall to happen. Okay, so if this free fall happens, we can fall for a while. Okay, so you want to set your alerts right over here. And if we do start falling, this could be a golden opportunity for people to make plenty of money on US30. The first area of support from this fall is right here, and that's over 500 pips in. So definitely a lot of room to be able to capitalize on if you were to take this US30 trade, okay? So right here's the next area of support, and the area after that is going to be right over here, okay? Now, if we do not fall, if we rebound, okay, which it already looked like it started doing, but if we rebound completely, then based on where the move currently is right now, I'd probably be more comfortable if it breaks the previous high it made. Okay, so if it breaks that, because there is some range over here, if it breaks that high and we get up here, right, and we make a retest, then we still have this area that we can make money in. This is still plenty of pips over here. From here to here, you have 137 pips. All right, so definitely not too shabby. Not the golden opportunity, you can say, but still an opportunity. I definitely more so like the sell side opportunity because there's so much room to make money over here. All right, so watch out for these moves, guys, for the week. All right, that's what I'm going to be watching for. I'm going to be looking out for them. Plenty of money could be made, guys, as usual. And you just got to be patient, execute your plan. And if your trades are not there, then you don't trade. But the point is, you want to make sure you trade carefully, make sure you preserve that capital, and make sure you stay on the profitable side. All right, so I hope you gain value in this video, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, Jordan the Maestro, peace.